Hey everyone, my name's Mark. Welcome to Velocity. Come on in. So the first thing you'll do when you come here on a Wednesday night, whether you're in junior high or high school, whether we have small groups or youth group, this will be your first stop. We've moved basically everything that we did upstairs in the Links booth down here. So we'll have two computers here actually, and every week, whether you've been here before or not, you'll stop here first and check in. There will be people here to help you, to take your information, and to make sure to point you in the right direction. And we'll also have signs for which direction you should go as well. Speaking of that, if you come here, let's say on a first Wednesday of the month and you're in high school, so that'll be a small group night for you because we'll have small groups for high schoolers on the first and third Wednesdays. So from this point, here is where you would go from there. Let's go. So, like we said, if you're here for a small group night, this will be your first stop. You'll come in here into our elementary theater. We'll have some music playing in here. We'll have some games for you. And for your pre-velocity time from 6 to 7, this is where you'll be hanging out. Your small group leaders will be in here. They'll be ready to hang out with you guys, play some games with you guys, and let you know a little bit more about what's going on for that evening. So this is the gathering place. Let's check out one of the rooms you might be meeting in. All right, so here we are in the early childhood theater. This is where one of our groups will be meeting for high school and one for junior high as well. But all of the rooms will have a similar layout. They may be a little bigger or smaller, but they'll have a TV for our groups to dive into their video. And also, once they get here, as part of their small groups, it's a lot like parents if you're in a Crossroads small group. So they'll gather together, they might share a snack or something like that. Then they'll talk about their week a little bit. They'll share their highs and their lows with their peers, with their leaders, so they all can be there for each other, connect with one another. And then they'll do a game or activity together to kind of break the ice and get everybody connecting, because the point of these groups is for students to get to know each other better and make friends, make meaningful friendships, and also connect to a significant relationship with an adult leader over time. So that's everything we do in these rooms will be based on that. They'll play a game together, they'll talk, they'll go through a Bible study together, which will usually be about a 10 or 15-minute video. And then they'll just talk about it. They'll just kind of try and figure out together, talk through some of these issues. Students will have a chance to raise their concerns, their questions that they have. They'll just be able to talk through everything about their beliefs and hopefully be able to solidify their beliefs and find their true hope and faith in Jesus Christ as part of that as well. Other areas they'll be meeting in, our seniors will be in the cafe and one of our junior high groups in there as well. And we'll also be using a couple classrooms from Kid Street, but every room will have some chairs, TV, and plenty of space for them to do what they need to do for their groups, which will be awesome. All right, so maybe they're not here on a small groups night. Maybe they're a high schooler that came on the second Wednesday and it's a youth group night, or maybe a junior higher if they come on a youth group night. We want to show you exactly what happens for those nights as well. So let's head on back to the Links booth, and then we'll take it from there. Let's go. All right, so we're back here at the check-in booth, and now let's say you're not here on a small group night, but you're here on a night that you have youth group. Don't worry, if you don't remember, our Links booth team will be able to help you out with that, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. We'll also have some signs up and everything like that as well. But let's say you're here on a youth group night. Where do you go from here? Glad you asked. Let's check it out. Now, just like in the past here at Velocity that you've grown to know and love, the first stop on a youth group night could be the upper deck. We'll have our Gaga ball set up every single week. We'll have loud music playing in the upper deck every single week. So if you want to, that's one of the spots you can hang out from 6 to 7 o'clock. Or if you don't like Gaga ball and you want to come hang out in the attic, that's cool too. Let's go check out that area. So as you can see, we still got some cleanup room to go up here because this isn't actually going to be our Links booth. This will actually only be an area for selling merch, and swag here from Velocity will be selling our t-shirts, water bottles, all that fun stuff, and you can purchase it all right here. All right, let's head on in. All right, and we're right back here in our youth room that we call the Attic here at Crossroads. And this is the area that if your son or daughter comes on a Wednesday and it's a youth group night for them, they'll be spending most of their time in here doing all the things you know and love about Velocity. Or if your son or daughter's never been before, we do a time of worship with our bands in here that is always fun, always exciting, always hype. And then we play a game together, do some giveaways, things like that. And then we have a message from God's Word for them that connects directly to them in high school or junior high to help them grow, to help them, grow into the passionate follower of Jesus we know God desires them to be. Now, a lot of you have asked the question, will high schoolers and junior highers be together? The answer is no, because they'll be on alternating schedules. So they'll do everything separately. Worship, game, everything will be done separately. If it's a small group night, they'll head directly into Kid Street. If it's a youth group night, they'll head directly up here. So it'll be two separate experiences, but one great night, one amazing night for your kids to come and grow and learn and grow into that passionate follower of Jesus we know God created them to be. So thanks for taking our tour, and now we want to let you know about a couple of changes this year and also what's coming up this year so you can have a heads up as parents. So let's do it.